Action! Welcome back to another episode of the Rip Through a Podcast. Reso-matic is episode 27.
Yes.
And that's not including like preview rounds, review rounds, all that kind of stuff. We're just
flying
through it.
And I'm loving it.
You are loving it. Mate, this morning, okay, I've got some shit going on. This morning, I've got to take my daughter into hospital. She's getting 2 casts put on her legs, just for medical reasons. And you're just messaging me like nonstop, and you're like, "Hey, mate, like, yeah, okay, we've got a big episode tomorrow. Like, it's a big interview tomorrow."
It's a little bit of a grand final for me. Well, that's the way I'm feeling.
It's massive. So that's a big day, and we have to nail this. And then you're like, "Oh, okay, sweet, yeah, I'll be there in lunchtime for a live stream." I'm like, "Oh, okay, I don't know about that." And you're like, "Oh, how about we bust another episode before the grand final tomorrow?" It's like playing a prelim before the granny.
It's like doing the captain's run on the grand final.
Oh no, it's like playing a prelim.
Yeah.
For me anyway. So I was like, "Shut the fuck up," and you're like, "Oh, don't wig up, man."
You know why I'm feeling like that? Because it was a bye week this week in the AFL. So duties were a bit light on for me.
A little bit.
My 22 quarters were dropped right down, and
there's only
the body's
2 less games.
My body's fresh. Believe it or not, I'm feeling
You were the sub
fresh.
for the weekend.
I was a sub.
You didn't come on. You came in for the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, that was usually what would happen in my career.
It's crazy, but hey, mate, we're rolling so much, and we're taking on so much work that I'm just like, I can't even scratch my ass.
I know it's been a lot, but we like it.
I love it.
We're finding ways.
Where's
now.
the wall? Where's the wall? I love my back again.
Yeah, that's it. So we're finding ways to put out new content for you guys. We're just getting some things ticked off. There's some big things coming, and again around finals time they'll be mad where we'll be at. So
by the way, if because I'm wearing a singlet, my daughter spewed up on me. So
he looks pretty good. He looks pretty good
after she came too.
So,
love your money.
But Rob, this week, what is going on? I seen a post. I didn't even know you were playing. You never tell me this stuff. You're doing the Div 12 ressies.
Yeah, the Marmalade boys. They hit me up. I was in the first one they did. I was a coach. I couldn't play because I was contracted to the morning sides. I couldn't play, so I coached, got pretty drunk, had a lot of fun. Last year I was going to play, but did my calf or hammy or some shit the week before. Couldn't play. It was flat. This year I'm fresh as a daisy. Played like 4 games.
Coming off some good form.
Yeah, coming off really good form.
Coming off some good form.
So I don't know how to go. I'm not going to try. Do I just try and line blokes up?
I think be Mitch Robinson. When you put that clip out, I was like, yeah, that's Robbo. So don't change.
Yeah. No,
don't change the way you play.
I'm not going to change that, but I'm not going to like run up and down the ground like something.
I think you should do that. Make a statement for the Div 12 ressies.
It's my birthday on that Saturday, day. Yeah.
Holy see, guys, I don't even know this. Don't even have this guy
June
gift.
7th.
Nothing.
I don't need a gift anymore. I just keep turning up and doing the job. But yeah, I'm excited, man. Like I think it's because I played in South Australia when I was 17 or 16. I played for West East, so I can qualify for the SA team, but it's SA versus Allies. It's Origin.
Ooh.
So I don't know. I don't even know yet who I'm playing for. So I don't know if you rock up on the day or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, leave Friday, get back Sunday. The vlog will be up Sunday night or Monday, depending on how drunk I get after that game or probably during the game.
Yeah.
Might get some others milking me during the game.
No, please don't.
It's not
I need you ready to roar on Monday for our fans.
But that this week can come up. Excited, very, very excited. Those guys have got it down pat. Norwood Oval too.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
And I think it's $5 entry. And under 16s are free.
Oh, that's free.
It's free. Oh,
so get there. There's a lot of AFL players who'd be
cost
good.
Of living, bro.
So.
But yeah, that's this weekend coming up, mate. Let's get stuck into the weekend that's just been.
I am going to start off with a bang here, and it's probably going to get you a little bit upset.
What do you got? Because you said I had a couple of talking points. I
did, and I know you don't like this. This is the whole reason why you started this podcast. If that kind of flicks your memory.
Has to do with journos then.
Yeah, very close. So
that's why I started it.
This is 2 past players, 1 AFLW, and 1 AFL player.
Yep.
So Wayne Milera has made some comments after the game versus Sydney, saying you could sort of feel as a group they were sort of a bit of a rabble just hearing them on the field.
Crows versus Swans.
Yeah. So they've lost by 90, and then Jack Reiwoldt's come out and said that it was a disrespectful comment by Wayne Milera.
Oh, shut up!
From that, is that disrespectful?
Well, it's got
is it just honest?
100% that's disrespectful. Yeah, calling an opposition team a bit of a rabble in a media sense. And
I like Jack Reiwoldt. They were shithouse.
I think a rabble's a nice way to put it.
He's let him down easy, and those boys would know that they were a rabble. If they're arguing on field and he's come out and said that, that's a great talking point. He's been honest.
He's just being himself, and he's been interviewed straight after the game.
He's a Tassie boy too, so I can't tee off on him.
Straight after the game, he's been interviewed, and this is his thoughts. And there is no level of disrespect in it.
Well, what do you think of? Because as supporters now of the game, I love that.
I love players being honest.
What's wrong with it?
And there was no brutality about him. They didn't say, oh, this team sucks, they're shit, they're players. He just said they were a rabble. That's what he could hear and feel out on the game.
Run me through what he said again. What did Reiwoldt say again?
Reiwoldt said that his comments were disrespectful.
No,
not at all.
No, they're not.
So I'm disappointed in the fact that another AFL player would say,
Jack's better than that.
well, I would have thought. I mean,
But
I don't know the guy.
If they step into that scene, are they like kind of? They've got we do our own talking points. We talk about what we want to talk about. Do you reckon he's getting fed this shit?
Maybe.
Because why would he wouldn't care? I love that.
Yeah. And I'm sure he would have said some
And
stuff.
the Swanee supporters will be like, no one's going to get angry about that.
I don't think so. If anything,
damn true.
If the Sydney Swans players, they have a look, they'd be like, yeah, you know what? We were a rabble.
Let them come out and say something.
Exactly. So
it's the truth.
It was. And I mean, 90 points is a smashing. So,
Jack,
and then
I like Jack too.
another one.
There's
another
two?
one. Yes, an AFLW player. Kate McCarthy has said about Jack Ginnivan's comments.
What could he said?
So Ginni said, after the game, they just lost to Collingwood. Straight after the game again, where to from now? So he said, get the mouth guards in, have a crack at training, put your head over the footy. Great. Want to hear that.
Talking about his own team.
His own team, right? Kate McCarthy comes out and says, I didn't love the fact that Ginnivan said post-game that it's bring your mouth guards. That should have been said last week.
That's actually fucking strong. That's how much it hurts my head.
Why is that an issue? Why did he have to say it last week? He got interviewed this week, straight after the game. Yes, they lost. He's being honest.
Mate, he had 31-3. He can say, and he probably wasn't in the team week before, he's just going, okay, bring your mouth guards because you played shit 2 weeks in a row. You can get off with 1 week. Sydney Swans just got put to the sword the day after the game because they've put in horrible performances. Why would you care if he said that about his own team and then say that?
And then she has to say that. So I'm worried now for AFL players, and this is becoming worrying, that they're not going to do interviews and we're not going to have any feed. We're not going to have anything to talk about. Why would they want to? They say one thing, barely disrespectful, Wayne Milera. Ginnivan's just being honest, and now we're having a go at them.
You know what it is? Because they always cry out for, we're sick of these players being robots. We want inside access. We want them to be open and more honest.
And what happens when they do?
They find their legs and they chop them off.
Chop them straight down.
That's what happens. Like,
just
you can't ask
just
one
give them the
thing
generic cliche answers now.
They should be happy because it's giving them something to talk about.
But now we chop them down for next time they do an interview, it'll be cliche.
He'll just be like, we're just going to go back review the game on Monday, and we'll just see where we lacked in certain areas, maybe defensive pressure, maybe tackling, maybe
just train hard now.
Maybe we just go back to the drawing board. He's just going, mate, we're going to bring out fucking mouth guards, and I reckon it's going to be contested.
So now we're just getting headlines about these players. So Ginni, he might say, you know what, I'm not doing another interview. So we lose a personality.
No, he'll keep doing it.
Poor Wayne Milera, he had to apologise for his comments.
Why do you have
to say
really?
He had to apologise?
Is that coming from the Crows?
Well, I don't know. I think he apologised, but
it's all media driven.
It's all media driven.
Oh man, that pisses
so
me
I'm
off.
disappointed. I know you'd be pissed off, but I'm sorry if we want the players to be honest, and we've been screaming for it. Like,
I don't know if I'm
stop
even
chopping them down
because I expect it. So it's not like it's a.
I know. But why are we chopping them down every time?
That's the only reason why I'm not doing a big broadcast thing. That's why I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
Because I don't like talking shit about past players.
It sucks. And
like I've done it while I was playing. While I was playing, I talk a shit because they're my opponents. I can say what I want. I don't feel easy having a crack at other players who are playing the game, and I'm not when I'm known exactly what it feels like.
Yeah.
So why do you have to say that?
Know.
You don't have to. Let someone else do that.
We look at the Bailey Smith comments about you don't get that in Ballarat. How good was that for the game?
Loved it. Everyone watched the fucking Dolphins and Cats game.
Mate, it was a heavyweight battle. It turned into a pay-per-view nearly.
And I bet you all these, past player commentators or media people, they behind closed doors, they love that shit.
Yeah.
So why put on a front? That's what I hate.
Unfortunately,
that's why you can't be yourself in the media. That's why I don't do it.
The past players, they took a hit
there's a couple
for us
good
this
ones.
week. It wasn't good.
There's a few good ones, but there's a lot of
I didn't like seeing that personally, but I'm sure they've got their reasons. But
I just want to say
we don't like it.
Past players who are currently in the media and whatever commentating, whatever it may be, just be yourself. You don't have to put shit on past players. It's your job. We understand it gets headlines. You don't always have to say something. Just be like. Be on the other side of it. Say, I actually don't mind that. Like he's just saying they're a rabble. Obviously on field they were listening and they could hear the opposition talking to each other, probably spraying each other.
The interview was bloody 20 minutes after the game.
Let him say what he wants to say freely without going, I don't like that.
That's disrespectful.
fucking grow up.
So, yeah, I had to start off with that one, Rob.
Why would you do that? Now I'm angry for the whole fucking thing.
brewing on my mind.
Oh, my God. Oh, fuck. Let's get into a game then. That's pissed me off.
Yeah.
We had Collingwood v Hawthorn. Now, this was a big game for us. We said it's the biggest game of the weekend. We'll see where the Hawks are at. Can they not make it 3 losses in a row? Did that.
Yeah.
Now, I've got a question mark on them. I'm just trying to... they pumped them by 51 points. The Pies just laughed at them. And the thing is, they played some good footy. Yeah, it could have been worse, obviously. But the Hawks won inside 50s 45-44. Ginni had a red-hot game, and it was a statement game for him after being in the Magoos. Had 31-3, 10-2 in the first quarter. They win clearances by 10. But the things that are glaring is all hell is 4 tackles inside 50. There's no pressure there. There's no want to tackle. There's none of that.
They didn't tackle throughout the whole game. And it had been 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, okay. I understand that. That's got to be the mouthguard situation.
Well, that's why. So
if you want to play forward, small forward, whatever it may be, you fucking tackle. Pull your socks up and tackle. They've got to stop thinking about getting goals, showtime stuff. Tackle, pressure, force turnovers, scores on the board.
Mate, I tell you what, right now, they're not in Hollywood. They're nowhere near it.
You know where they are? Downtown LA where the crackheads are.
Yeah.
They're not in Hollywood.
No, they're filming on a little, old school RZ camera. So
in a tent somewhere.
Yeah, it's not good.
You know what? So they've got 3 superstar backmen. And when I say superstar, I'll say the stars.
Yeah,
They got Brass, Sicily, Battle.
They're all playing in everyone's best 22.
Motherfucking Collingwood had 18 marks inside 50.
Yeah.
Compared to, I think it was 5 or some shit.
Yeah.
None of those 3 had good games. What is in your opinion, what is happening with Hawks? And I feel like they've lost their mojo. Maybe they've just gone outside what their roles consist of, and everyone's trying to win the game for them. It happens to the best teams.
Yeah.
They just need to knuckle down over the bye week and just be like, okay, this is your role. This is what you got to do. I feel sorry for Sicily because he's getting thrown around like a hot potato.
Absolutely.
So he doesn't have any consistency in his game. He's like, oh, fuck, am I playing forward, mid? And you know what it's like when you're a swing man. You got to go to way more meetings. And he's captain.
Yeah.
So he's doing a lot.
I think they're just being found out at the moment.
Well, see, we don't have behind the goals footage, but
exactly,
it's one of those things where they definitely are.
And the fact that they're playing a red hot Collingwood team.
Yeah, mate. They're the team to beat this year, right?
Well, they're the favourites right now. As it sits,
by how far?
A bit. Right now, it's a bit.
Second. Lions, the only team that can probably come close. Actually, I like Geelong. I don't know how they won. Who if they played.
Well, Geelong beat Collingwood. It was a blockbuster game.
Well, there you go.
But I mean, Lions on their best day will beat anyone. Their best is the best in the competition, in my opinion.
Yeah, we've seen that in grand final day.
But
you know what? You know what tickles my nuts is the blokes who are performing well for Collingwood.
Oh, dude, I like saying this guy over and over and over again on the pod week.
We played COD with him.
I used to scream at him on COD.
He's a ripper.
I used to love to
bring him all the medical gear, mate.
I would love it. And he doesn't need any medical gear this year. He's flying. Jamie Elliott.
He's second in the Common with 33 goals, and he's just kicked another 5.
So are you happy with my comments around him being the best small forward in the comp and what he gives you?
I will apologise to you wholeheartedly. Yes, I think he is right now.
I went pretty early, when he was getting going. He had a good game.
I think it was probably around 4 or 5.
And then I said, I think he's shaping to be.
And I said, nah.
But he's consistently putting up 5 goals.
He's got 33 in the first half of the year. He might not get to 60. He might not kick another 5.
That's fine, but it's what he's doing as a small as well.
As an older boy. But then you got Dacos, you don't need to keep talking about it. He's 32-1. That's a game. And you got side bottom 27-2. They're good players that just keep playing good.
Yeah, so
their role players are playing their role.
They're a problem, and their depth has been good. They haven't had the smoothest of years in terms of injuries and consistency.
But last year they had that, and then
I know
they didn't make finals. So this year they're getting that, but they're finding a way.
What's worrying for the comp is they don't have their best 22 yet.
Yeah, you said it last week. It's not set in stone.
It's not set. I don't know what their best 22 is. We don't know.
Tommy Mitchell should be back soon, I'd say.
Where does he fit in?
You fit him in.
Yeah,
but does he change
that's what I mean. There's so many guys. That's why I don't know about their best 22 yet. So they're scary.
It's worrying for the Hawks. They could go 4 in a row.
Well, Hawks question mark now is top 4 out of reach. Is going to be out of reach for them
soon. If they go 4 losses in a row, I don't see how it's a steep climb to get to top 4.
Yeah,
and I feel like they're a team who needs double chance in the finals.
Mm-hmm.
It's just crazy this season how you go from like, oh, they're dead set top 4 team, like probably 5 rounds in.
Yeah.
6 rounds in, and then this.
Yeah.
It's so Sammy Mitchell, he's probably thinking like, oh, what do I do here? Bye weekend, lock in at a local pub somewhere.
Hell yeah.
Get everyone back on the same page.
Hell yeah.
Everyone understands their role. Hey, boys, we're going to the second half of the year. We're going to play finals. Hey, in your head, we are playing finals.
Yes.
Who wants to be in the fucking team?
That's it.
But yeah, loved it by Ginni coming back 31-3. That was elite.
Nice,
but yeah,
Ginni.
that's a good. Oh, that's a good game. All right, we have the Sydney Swans. Who the fuck did they even play?
Oh, you know.
Adelaide Crows, mate, and it was a shellacking.
I couldn't believe what I was watching on the couch.
5 goals, 11-41 to 21-5. 131, 90 points smashing.
And I was pissed.
At home.
Because they're playing the Lions.
Their legends were out.
And they just had a training run. So they had their bye week.
So their fitness,
that was Adelaide's bye week.
Their fitness blokes rocked up to the game. You know how you do the warm up and stuff, put the cones out. You left them there for the whole game.
Left them there for the whole game, and yeah.
And you know what's funnier? Just like the way they won, like just taking the piss.
They took the piss.
Like that's soccer.
You're watching Rochelle, play soccer with an AFL ball.
Rochelle, that was elite.
It's a goal assist of the year. It's a goal assist of the century.
With the left.
And it's typical Ben Keys running style onto it.
Before I even saw who was out there, I was like, I saw the running style. I was like, the Keys out there.
Yeah, and it's work rate and
just the fucking humming down the fat side.
Did he anticipate that? Well, I can tell you as a close friend of his, he'd be anticipating something like that happening.
Oh, mate, he's a big soccer nuffy too.
He's a big, so them two probably have a
suey or something. I thought he was going to do something cool.
Oh, he should have hit that. So
mate,
Adelaide are looking once again pretty dangerous. I was worried there for a bit.
I was too. I'll admit that.
Like around that time of gather round.
I think when they lost against
Gold Coast, and then the Geelong when they let him back in gather round. So now,
oh mate,
I'm a little bit intimidated by this team.
They're happily sitting. What are they, 3rd or some shit? They're 3rd on the ladder, happily sitting
out of
there.
nowhere.
And I'm not thinking like they're a poo 3rd.
No,
like, they're a good 3rd.
So they've done their ratings. I don't know, but they're the second highest to win the premiership in percentage.
No, mate. I think they're the highest scoring team in the AFL. It might have changed.
But premiership chance percentage, they're second highest with Collingwood first.
Yeah, well, the 3rd on the ladder, so you can just do that.
Yeah, well, so they're
okay, well, we can pump up the Crows as much as we want, and I feel like I don't want to.
But let's go to Sydney.
And you know what? Joe asked, this is our favourite segment of the week. It is Joe asked. He has been reading the AFL.com.au.
Why is he asking this?
Because he just wants to know, beach sessions, do they really work for punishments? Now, context, this is quote unquote, players brave the waters and were put through some old school physical exertion as part of the session, with push-ups and sit-ups also forming part of the grueling morning's activities. They just got absolutely pumped the night before. Hey, after the game, Coxie would have gone and go, yep, get the fuck out of here. See you tomorrow morning at the beach.
Yeah.
That's not what you want when you're just getting pumped.
So does that really work? I'm going to say,
hell no.
Dean Cox, a big F no.
Yeah, mate, if you want to do a double 2K time trial back to back without letting the boys know, that's where it all went wrong. You lost your players there, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, it's a big goal.
But you know what? You know why it doesn't work? Because stats sometimes prove different. They won contested possession. They lost tackles by 1. So it's not like they were pussies out there and they didn't have a crack.
Yeah.
They're just lacking confidence. They don't know what they're doing when they're out there. Like, they got no connection or synergy.
Yeah.
They're really good players are doing F all.
So instead of...
They got no forwards. Is Papley playing?
No, they got an injury list. But
don't make me bring the injury list up again. But that's a myth.
That's not an excuse for a 90-point loss.
No.
Okay, this is big.
Your AFL players at home, and your legends were out before the game celebrating something. I don't know what they're celebrating.
So back to the point, does it really work? I don't think it works at all.
No, it's a myth.
It infuriates people. If you want it to work, go harder at training.
Yeah, 100%.
Stay longer with the skills on the track. Put them to the sword on the track.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not straight after a game when they're cooked and just to cook them even more going,
You're not going to, all you're going to build is like, I'm going to say hatred, but it's like...
Yeah, sure, it's a bit of mental...
Yeah, we played shit, okay.
A mental toughness, getting up early, but that's not going to make you a better footy team.
Your sleep goes out the window.
Recovery's gone.
And all the people here listening and be like, oh, man up, you don't even sleep. Okay, well, why does everyone put so much effort into sleep and recovery?
Sleep's important.
Next morning, they're getting pumped. And you messaged me this morning and said, inside word, Robbo,
I didn't realize.
I heard they were doing bare knuckle sessions. I'm like, holy shit, we got a scoop. They were punching on and everything.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, nah, man. It's actually on the internet that they were doing push-ups.
Yeah. So, it doesn't work.
Nah.
Just straight up doesn't work.
It's old school. I understand the old school mentality.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Time and a place, and it's not right now.
But you're not a good team anymore.
Yeah, it's not right now.
But he's got to figure out why. You can't make a grand final unless Horse saw the writing on the wall. He's like, oh, man, that's scarring.
Yeah.
I'm getting the fuck out. And he's like, Coxie, you take over, brother. I'm done.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, mate. Imagine how everyone would be going after Cox after Big Horse this year. Just put his head on a platter.
So, shunk, served it up.
Yeah. He's like, nah, if I had a terrible year, I don't know if I'd be able to coach that Tassie team. So I don't know.
So they're done.
They're done.
They're done.
Finals done. We gave it around 12.
We gave it around 12.
Done.
If
It's
somehow
actually sad to see, but
it is sad.
because those boys, like their last memory is just getting poleaxed.
Yeah. And
On
we
the
always
MCG.
talk about the Swans.
No
so
redemption.
It's a bit sad.
Yeah, and because you know what they've lost, just their identity. They're the Bloods for a reason.
Yeah.
And there's nothing of that team. If you look at that team, I don't know who the fuck's a tough guy. I don't know who would fly the flag for you. I don't know who's going in and under.
If I said
there's
Sydney,
one or two
Sydney
players, I
to
think.
you, you would just say Isaac Heaney.
That's all it is.
That's all it
Usually,
is.
like when I was my playing days, I used to be like, I wasn't scared of teams or players, but I knew when you play Sydney, the first
You're
thing
in
that
for
you
one.
put on the board is what are they known for?
Bloods culture.
Bloods culture. Under that, it's contested footy, tackling,
Yeah.
just like dog attitude.
Got to beat him in the one-on-one.
Bro, they look like a rabble. Oh, I'm sorry.
That's pretty disrespectful, though.
Fuck, sorry, boys.
Anyhow.
But hopefully they can prove us wrong and then get on a streak. We've
Well,
seen it before
we're all
with
about
Brizzy last year,
yeah.
and they won the bastard.
This is worse.
Yeah. Yeah, prove us wrong. Maybe hit up Fags. Hey,
Prove us
Coxie,
wrong.
Hit up Fags and be like, what did you do to turn it around?
Prove us wrong. But they're done.
Good question, Joe. It does nothing. Maybe preseason and stuff, yeah, it's good for him because it's like, oh, we've got a beach session and we're going to get smashed, like carry some logs up hills and shit like we did that time in Noosa. It just hurts your back. But yeah, good luck for the rest of the year, Swannies. If I had a whiteboard and I had a done, it'd be under that. All right, now we've got the last game we're going to talk about. It was the Giants versus Richmond. Now, off the bat, I just want to say I fucking love Cullen Ward. I had the pleasure of rooming with him for a couple of weeks in the Australia versus Ireland series in 2011. One of the best blokes you ever meet. And I used to play on him all the time when I played against him when he was at the Doggies. Mm-hmm. Just hard as they come.
Oh, yeah.
No
I've
backward step,
played
man.
on him and I thought, like, all right, well, I'm in for one here.
I barely pay respect to players on field. I don't care like if they're, I've tagged Gary Ablett and all that shit. Like, good player, like great player, probably one of the best ever. Callum Ward, those players, I loved it. I love playing because I knew what I was going to get from him. Oh, and it's just, that was the saddest thing to see him go down and the emotion from his teammates. But you can tell how much he is loved at that club.
Or how much it means to him, that club.
And for the players to get around him and understand that, oh shit, this could be his season. Well, this is definitely his season, but it could be his career. And he's partnering kids already moved to Melbourne, so it could have been happening anyway, but it's just a terrible way to go
I hate
out.
seeing blokes go out like that, especially ones like that.
Especially champion
Yeah,
blokes.
exactly. So, we're feeling for him. And
But fucking the bloke does a knee. Like, we don't know what extent yet. And then
It's bad.
gets out there and does a pump-up speech and they come back and win.
well, that's just what the club means to him.
Yeah, that's
He
crazy.
just makes it not about him, doesn't he? So some blokes are just like that at footy clubs.
Yeah.
Not everyone is, but there is blokes.
There's always one or two blokes
Yeah.
at a club who you just would give your left nut for.
Absolutely.
And then he's one of them. But, mate, can we just give a little something to Richmond?
I've
I've already apologised, so why would I do it again?
You just got to give him some more. Give him some more.
Richmond. I just want to give you a little pump up. Like that, this was a game where I thought, no fucking chance. Not even to be close, whatever it is. And hey, don't judge me. I'm just saying because you guys suck. But this was a great game for them. And their supporters oh shit, we're actually looking right for the future. Your old dogs did well. Hopper, 29 in a goal. Torreno, 23 and 2 goals. I think he might have kicked 2 in a row. The old heads nearly got him on the line. Yeah, Dion Prestia, the meatball.
First game back.
First game back after VFL, 31 and a goal.
Yeah,
It was great. It was actually... mate, there was 28 points up going into the last quarter.
a part of me, I know they lose every week, but a part of me doesn't say like they suck anymore.
Not for me.
It doesn't.
They're the best out of the worst.
Yeah, they've proven.
And if they lose against the worst, but like they still have a...
but we expect we're going to expect that.
There was a comment earlier in the year, I don't know who, it could have been Cinch Footy, he could have been doing it himself, but he's like, Coach of the Year? No, not obviously Coach of the Year, because they're fucking getting pumped. But he's doing really good work with what he has on the park.
Expectations is well and truly past it.
Yeah. So I said 1 win for the year. They
Yeah.
got 3. It's around 12.
3. And scared a few teams.
Yeah. So they could have had 5 or 6.
Yeah, they've been so much more competitive than I would have ever imagined.
And I'm not one to backtrack, but I'm actually happy I'm being proved wrong.
Yeah.
So good on them, man. Like, that was very, very,
So
very,
they
very close
had
game.
GWS shaking in their boots
28
until
points down, 20 points up going into last quarter.
until Callum Ward did his thing.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I mean,
So that's just football. Like, that shit happens.
it does.
Yeah.
It does. I've been on the end, and you can't. Unfortunately
Can't
for
stop
Richmond,
it.
you cannot stop
You can't
it.
stop
No
it.
matter what, you can feel it coming. It's just a matter of when.
Did you play in that game when Cripps went ham?
I played in that game. I was playing on him.
Okay, so next topic. Yeah, it's just one of those games.
Yeah.
All right, but let's get stuck into the preview round 13. Now we're basically halfway. It's halfway.
Yeah.
4 teams had a bye on the weekend. Now there's going to be another 4, right?
I hate the bye.
Is there another 4? Who's
Just
having a bye this
just have
week?
nothing to do on my weekends.
Let's have a look at is anyone going to have a bye? Who's having a bye this week?
Only 2 teams, I think. St Kilda
St Kilda and
Freo.
Freo.
Nah.
Yeah, bro. All right, let's get stuck into it. Now, there's a few big games off the bat. It's Thursday night. We've got Dogs and Hawks. We're going to talk about that. Friday is Crows vs Lions. That's a bloody game.
That's a game.
I'm excited for that. Saturday, Cats and Suns. And you know what? I'm going to throw it in there. It's not a massive game, but
No, it's big.
it's big for them.
It's big.
This is their grand final.
This is one you tune in and don't miss. Well, this is one I do.
I reckon if I'm doing nothing on Sunday, I'm not hungover, I may watch this. It is North versus Eagles. So we'll get stuck into the first one off the bat. Dogs are sitting 9th. Hawks are 6th.
How crazy is, like, I know they come like the bye, but how crazy is to see Bulldogs 9th? And I'm considering, like, they're a top 4 team.
Doesn't
for me,
look
like,
good.
But
the bye,
the
obviously.
bye, yes. So, and they've had some, close games, but they're a best 9th team you would have seen in a while.
By far. And they're not going to be 9th for long
No, they're not.
because they're going to beat the Hawks this
They're
weekend.
not,
But the
they're
Hawks could potentially have 4 losses in a row.
Oh,
which
God.
is like, finals, we're going to be great this year. Look at us flying.
Holy hell,
They've dropped off.
skating on 8th, like
It's bad.
thin ice.
Yeah. Mate, it's 6 on the ladder.
And dropping into the water.
You can't lose anymore. You can't go 4 losses in a row.
Yeah, so this is a big game for Hawthorn.
How many did the Lions lose last year in a row?
No, not 4. 3. 3 off the bat.
No, I reckon they had a little pooey spurt.
3 off the bat.
By round 9, I think they were like 1-6 or some shit.
No, not that bad.
Oh, we'll do some fact checking after. But just given shades of that, they need to find something soon. They've lost against the Pies, Lions, and Suns, which are top 8 teams. So it's not bad losses.
Have we
It's not bad losses.
as an AFL community gone too hard on the Hawthorn hype?
Oh, we sucked them off.
I sucked them
We
off.
sucked them right off.
I went nuts.
They gave us a reason to suck them off early.
And they had the preseason video come out too.
Yeah, I didn't
So
watch it.
we thought they were a red hot thing.
I didn't watch it. But
I hate getting debated by media.
yeah. No, but like that's on us too. We watched.
I know. I
Like
thrive
before,
off it.
before the season, we weren't like I wasn't sucking them off because the
I
media
was.
were. I wasn't because like the recruits have got
No, yeah, of course.
played
of course.
finals the year before, won one, then obviously lost one, and then
I always
lost against the grand final team.
spoke about them riding the momentum wave.
Where's the wave gone?
I think it's crashed.
Shit, they crashed where and they're just standing under it. They got
They
it was an onshore wave and it just went boom.
they finally got back to shore. Now they've got to paddle back out
yeah
and find their next wave.
They got to learn to duck dive, get out under a few waves.
Yeah.
Like if they lose this weekend, maybe their board broke.
So yeah,
Like we're not surfers, so
we're not. Yeah, we don't know. But yeah, it's a big game for Hawthorn.
Yeah, for the doggies, mate, they need consistency.
Yeah,
They're
they're going to be there. I'm not worried
They
about
had a
them.
rough. They had a rough probably 3 weeks, and then they got a bye, so they didn't really get to. Like,
Yeah.
after the Geelong game, they didn't get a chance to rectify that,
Yeah.
and they were very, very close to win that game.
Well, they arguably
So,
could have won it. So
Cats they lost, Bombers they beat, Suns they lost. So that's not great going into a bye. You're like,
No.
oh, where are we at?
no.
Well, I can tell you, you're ninth.
Well,
But you know
they
you're not
They
ninth.
smashed Bombers.
Yeah, I said Bombers win, Suns lost.
Okay, sorry.
Fucking listen. So I don't know where they're at, but I know they're a good team.
They're a good team.
And I'm not going to be like, oh, they're not going to play finals. They're playing finals.
So it's a ripping. It's either a ripping
I said
Thursday.
Marvel actually.
Yeah.
Marvel. No, that is that's a Thursday. No, that's that's Thursday night.
You know the Thursdays come around,
I'm sick of Thursday nights.
and Hawthorn are always on Thursday.
Hey, anyone that watches this, are you guys or listens to it, are you sick of Thursday night games? I don't get a chance to scratch my ass. I know Nuffies love it, but it's too much.
Not me,
I
so-
thought there was only meant to be like 11 Thursday night games. Just
There's
fucking every
heaps.
week.
There's heaps.
But that's a game to put on your calendar, and we'll do our tips soon. But Hawks want to fucking. What do you talk about? Good teams doing
bouncing back,
Yeah,
and it is
respond.
time for a bounce back.
Respond, boys.
Let's get on to Friday night, and this is box office.
Yeah.
This is box office. So
Adelaide
we have
Oval.
the Adelaide Crows at home versus my boys, the
32nd.
Lions. And, I mean, this is going to see where both these teams are at. I'm not with the Lions. They're not playing their best footy.
When are they going to?
I don't know.
What's their best footy look like?
So having a chat, they're just a bit inconsistent at the moment.
Like
Chats,
certain players or just all of them?
I think just as their connection and what's been going on, and
You know who's not inconsistent.
well, like
My motherfucking boy McCluggage. Breakout game for me.
he was cold.
Like
bro.
he's played a lot of good footy and should be a two-time All-Australian. Yeah, I can do whatever I want.
He's
Say what I wanna
he's
say.
probably going to get in there this year.
Yeah. If he doesn't, I'll eat my hat.
Yeah.
He's not a winger anymore, so I don't care. But do you think do you think Essendon are like, fuck, man, we took McGrath with one? Or has McGrath been pretty good? You can get a lot of number ones wrong. And over time, you've seen that.
You can say that about anyone, though.
Yeah, hindsight. But I saw something.
Well, you're having McCluggage over McGrath any day of the week.
I saw something that even the CEO went to meet up with McCluggage, and the only reason why they took McGrath is because they liked him a little bit more.
Well, that little bit more has McCluggage turned into a lot more of a better player.
Yeah, but we'll get on to the game anyway.
So let's get on.
The past 3 games versus each other, it's been pretty good. Very, very close. Lions won 11 points and then they drew last year.
Yep.
You watched it? Was that a good game?
Yes, it was.
And then the Lions before that won by 6 points. So it's been bloody close the last 3 outings.
Very close. You know, they've had some problems with Jordan Dawson. They've had to tag him over the times.
That's right. Who goes to him? Beza?
Well, Berry did. So
Did he
I'm
run
not
amok?
sure. I'd imagine Dunkley will do it if
Pre-season, right?
pre-season.
They had a match in pre-season.
Yeah, Adelaide got him at
late.
Springfield real late.
Yeah.
So I'd imagine if
Dawson again, he played well that game.
Yeah, and if he gets off the chain, that Brizzy have been going to Dunkley to stop doing this.
Dawson's different cat.
Yeah, I know, but you know,
I rate Dunkley in a stoppage tag.
well, that's where Dawson is.
but
so.
his outside run is
Yeah, I know, but it's at the source.
maybe as a winger. If Barry's playing wing, he can pick Dawson up on the way through. Like
Right.
obviously, there's tons of this shit.
So Dunkley does it at the stoppage.
Stops him.
You know, so which
Someone
is
else picks him up.
someone else get the footy. But
Love that.
This is a big game. I mean, Adelaide is sitting third, Brizzy second. We're going to find out where these teams are really at. You know,
Yeah.
so it's going to be a good game.
You know what's crazy? The top 8 keep like every single week. Someone else is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
It's
I
yeah.
don't know. Sir Swamp. We might have sent it to Sir Swamp. Has it been the most top 8 league changes? Has it been the most changes?
It's been a lot.
Because I keep seeing 2nd, 3rd, 3rd. I keep seeing 4th, 5th, 5th.
Yeah,
and then the
goal
same
goes
next
up.
week
Yeah.
is 4th, 5th, 5th.
It's good though.
It's going to happen.
I told you we're punching in a very good ticket here for 2025.
But these team drew last year was 90 apiece. Lions need to win on the road, and I feel like they need to not win convincingly, but they have to
They had such a good win against Hawthorn.
Yeah.
And that's what I say. When Brizzy play the best, they are the best team in the competition.
Yeah.
It's just when they've got to keep doing it consistently.
I don't feel like they need to keep doing
They can't be
blowouts.
getting, nearly beaten by Essendon at home.
Yeah, you said if they lost that, it was the biggest upset of the year.
And it would have been very close to being the biggest upset of the year.
It would have been a bit how
And
you're going.
it was a bit how you're going for me.
Yeah.
Watching it. So
They pulled the finger out last quarter.
the script was right in the first quarter. They were 32 points up. We thought this game is going to end up 80 plus points.
Shades of
Well,
last
wasn't
year.
I wrong?
Yeah.
They got spooked.
Did you get ahead of yourself in the crowd? Were you there?
No, I wasn't there. I was spooked.
Yeah.
So, and then we're getting a red hot inform Adelaide Crows. So if there's going to be a game that Brizzy win and people start saying, all right, they're back, it's this one.
It was a nervous game last week, and I was like, I didn't turn it on, but I was watching the scores at the end. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
I messaged you, and I said, fuck, should I cut up that footage saying it's the biggest loss of the year?
I was like,
And
do
then
not do that
I had a
footage.
little later, a little bit of a kissy cuddle, and then back there in front they won.
So,
I'll look
look at
if
this
the Lions
game.
need to win, what? So you talk about consistency.
I look at this
players
game.
doing
This will
their thing.
get if Brizzy win this game. This gets them right back on.
Yeah.
They know what's up.
I don't feel like Adelaide's a humongous scalp, but it's over there, beating them over there. That's very, very good.
And the form that they're in right now,
Yeah.
it's big. So,
So we need, obviously, across the team, they need a little bit of a lift. Where do you think they need that lift? What sector of the ground?
it's so hard to say.
I feel like I feel like they lose, it's because they all play a bad game.
Yeah, they're
Across the board?
It's not really. Yeah, it's not really. I can't really
You know how say
identify.
it's a midfield battle or the backs are getting leaked or anything like that? Do you see like a leak anywhere?
There's just an inconsistent in in their performance throughout the game. They have really, flat spots. Like I said, they put Essendon to the sword in the first quarter, and that was the script, we thought. And then all of a sudden...
little fades.
Yeah, but they're just fading away. So, and then against the good teams, they put them to the sword for 4 quarters.
So you know what then? That's mental.
Maybe a bit of mental.
You take the foot off when you're pumping a shit team.
We should beat this team. Yeah. And, we'll eventually...
Don't be like that, Lions.
We'll eventually get them.
That costs teams in the big dance, and you know that.
So
you know how you've been there once, lost, been there again.
What I love about
shame on me.
What I love about where the Lions are is they just keep winning.
They're not playing the best footy, and look at them, they're second.
And that's why I love it. I love it. They give me so much hope because, like I said, they will be the best team in the comp when they're playing at their best.
How do the Crows win? How do they get done? Is this the win the midfield battle and then their forwards go to work?
Yeah, their forward line. If their forward line can get on top, that's where that. Yeah.
So probably Harrow. I feel like he's got to go to the best this weekend.
No, Jackson Payne will go to Riley Thilthorpe.
Okay, so Harrow will go to either Tex or...
I think Harris goes to Tex.
Okay, and then we got... who's playing another one? Dizzy at the moment, or is there someone else?
Who will go... I don't really know their third tall. It's an interesting one, that one.
Stars out?
Stars is not back.
I'd say it's Dizzy then.
Well, yeah, he's been playing forward, but he'll probably have to go back.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
I don't know where they're at with the 3 talls, but...
I feel my personal opinion: win the midfield battle, let your forwards get to work.
Yeah,
they win the game. That's how they win.
That's Adelaide's win. Perfect.
Yeah. Okay. Sweet. And they're fucking top 2, the bastards.
Yeah.
All right. And then we have the Catarinas. They're sitting 5th versus the Suns, who are sitting 4th, and it's at GMHBO. That is a Saturday game. Cats are starting to build right time of the year.
Perfect.
Bruh, they've won the last 4 out of their 5 games.
They got the best forward in the comp.
Jazza Cameron's taking the piss.
Tall forward, I should say. So
38 goals, leading Coleman. Forward. He's just doing God's work up there. And they've got the best recruiter of the season, of the year, which is Bailey Smith. He can't...
Thank you very much for...
He called that. And every single week,
Bailey
they
Smith,
keep winning.
Thank you very much.
We have to say it. He called it, but it's not the biggest call of the year, but it's fucking good.
Well, it's good.
Suns have beaten the Cats convincingly. When I say convincingly, 164 to 100 at TIO. Now it's Darwin. They don't lose at Darwin.
They don't lose there.
And then 73 to 54 at People's First Stadium. So the last 2 games, Suns have won.
Yep.
They're going to go down at GMHBA. Different kettle of fish, brother.
Oh, yes.
This ain't fucking Darwin.
Oh, yes.
It's skinnier than a supermodel.
Potentially, do they get the skipper back this week in Dangerfield?
Well, he was only meant to miss 1.
So...
with a little hemi-tightness.
So potentially the Suns will be facing that as well.
They've got to have confidence going down there, though. Like, okay, we beat them twice. We know how to beat them. Now we've got to go to their home turf and do it, which is hard.
I think
not many do.
If they beat Geelong here... they will really have me convinced they'll finish in the top 4.
Oh, yeah. If they beat Geelong at home, with the state they're going at, mate, they're top 4, hands down.
I think Gold Coast can be a top 4 team.
They lost against Free on the weekend, which is
that's why I think they can. If they can beat Geelong,
2 big travels.
They'll have me saying, you know what? They'll probably finish in the top 4 the way they're going.
Back-to-back travels, don't see it getting done.
Okay, so...
going to Perth and then going back after losing to Freo, probably didn't expect that. Then you got to go down to the... probably the hardest ground to beat someone at.
It's so hard.
But they've both got superstar players who are doing well. And when I say superstar, I mean stats-wise and performance-wise.
Stacking it.
Noah Anderson.
Yeah, well, Hodgie has him as the number 1 captain in the league at the moment.
Yeah, I don't know what he's like as a person or off-field or on-field or whatever, but
he's captain.
His stats are saying he's playing well.
Yeah, well, it's...
I don't base a captain off them playing good.
Well, I know Hodgie's got him down as the
What
All-Australian
Hodgie
captain.
know? What, 4 grand finals and fucking captaincy? Shut the fuck up, Hodgie. You don't know anything.
So,
beautiful man.
Yeah, he's having a wonderful... So the midfield battle is going to be good.
Yeah, I can't wait to watch it. If Dangerfield comes back, he pinch hits mid, but I think the Suns can get it done.
It's got to be with Jared.
I'm not tipping him.
It's got to be with Jared Witts.
Yeah, big Witzy. Who's their ruckman?
Well, they've got Stanley, Blitzarves, and De Koning that sort of roll through it. Geelong in their games with their ruckman. Yeah. But as a genuine ruck,
if Witzy gets a job done in there and puts on his titties,
it's going to be hard going.
Yeah, and they're a good contested clearance team.
Yeah,
and their forwards are doing some good shit. Kingy, I think he's top 4 in the Coleman. You got Joel Jeffrey can play there, kick a few goals. We got our boy Ben Long we interviewed last week kicking a few.
That's it. And then I mean, this ground, Bailey Smith loves this ground.
He does.
Skinny, tight, his running capacity.
What's he gonna do this week?
He can just work all day on this.
He loves it. He gets a fucking
do something this week again, Bailey Smith, and say something to the cameras again.
But
we love it.
If you're watching some footy, those are the 3 games that you'd want to watch.
For sure.
And on a Sunday, hey, if you're hungover, you better order some Uber Eats and you better get some junk food. Why not watch North versus Eagles?
Mm-hmm.
And if you have like a little one eye open like that. Okay, that takes us on to the quick tips for round 13. Reason I want quick. Yep. I want as quick as can be. We got Doggies and Hawks Friday up. We got Doggies and Hawks Thursday night, Marvel Stadium. Who you got? Bulldogs. Me too. Adelaide Crows versus the Brisbane Lions at Adelaide Oval. And you can't be biased.
I can't be biased, but I'm backing my boys in. They've been good against the top teams.
I'm going to go Crows. I'm going to go Crows to be different because they're at home. They're good. We got Swannies taking on Richmond at MCG Saturday.
Oh.
This is a hard one because Swans suck. I reckon the beach session is going to get them over the line,
Sydney.
Yeah, I'm going to go Swans as well. Like, good luck to Richmond. Hope you get a win. Geelong Cats versus Gold Coast Footy Club at the GMHBA Stadium Saturday, Arvo.
Geelong at home.
Suns are going to get it done. I'm backing the Suns this. I don't know why. I just have a gut feeling, mate. All right, we got GWS versus Port Adelaide at... What is it? GWS is home ground. I don't know what the hell that is.
Yep, GWS.
Yeah, same.
The Giants.
Same. North Melbourne versus West Coast. This is the most intriguing game of the weekend. Who gets it done?
North Melbourne, the underdog game.
If this was the Optus Stadium, it would have gone West Coast. But yeah, I think North. North.
Yeah.
North. We have Carlton Blues versus Essendon at the MCG on Sunday, 7-something o'clock.
I'm going the Blues. Their big boys will be too good.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's going to be brother on brother. And are they...
They got them last time. So,
yeah, okay.
Yep.
All right, now we got the King's birthday. It is Melbourne Demons versus Collingwood Magpies. MCG, 320, big game. We're going to live stream this one.
I'll go with the premiership favourites, Collingwood.
Yeah, Collingwood's going to get this done pretty damn easy. And then we got the bye. We got St Kilda versus Fremantle. Who you got?
I've got the bye.
I'm going to say draw.
Yeah.
Both 0 points.
You know what I'm actually excited for too is...
What?
3:20 on Monday. It's the King's birthday clash.
Oh, shit.
We'll be live on Monday.
Oh, that's actually a good game.
You want
to be live on it? Yeah, we'll do it.
We'll be live.
We'll stream the game.
We can stream. We'll be talking to the fans. 3:20. So
that's us.
We'll be in.
All right, we're going to cut this up so we can use it for our socials. Give us something.
Okay, so.
Go.
What do you want me to say? Oh. Yeah,
what is going on? What's going on, guys? We are Reese. Oh, no. What is going on, guys? Oh, no, okay. What is going on? Hey, guess what? Guess what, Reese?
What?
We are going to be live streaming the King's birthday. Is it King's birthday?
It's a King's birthday.
The King's birthday on Monday, 3:20 p.m. It is Melbourne Demons. They're taking on Collingwood Magpies. We're going to be in here, TV on the wall. It's live streaming the game. You can ask us questions. You know we're going to be talking truths and honesty in this one.
Yeah, and we'll do some, giveaways. We'll do some stuff about the games during the week. We'll talk about it.
Might get naked. Who knows? Just make sure you tune in. It's going to be on Twitch, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. Take your pick.
Jump in.
All the same stream.
It's the King's birthday.
Exactly. Get around the King.
That's it.
Yeah, sweet.
Bang.
And that's it. We'll wrap it up.
Yep.
All right, that is the end of this episode. We had a bit of a preview and a review in the same one, but thanks to our major sponsors, Big Joe Dog. Where is that bobblehead fuck?
There's a bobblehead. Get him on.
He's got a... Hey, mate, make sure you like and subscribe if you're still watching. If you're listening, just give us a fire, you dogs. Joe.
Come on, Joe. He's glued this hat to my head. That's how much I love him.
Yeah. It's a big weekend of footy. We're going to be live streaming on Monday. King's birthday game. Melbourne Demons, Collingwood. Please come by and say hello because we're going to be going off.
Absolutely. See you there.